Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, and the executives over at Bud Light are begging for mercy as they officially lose their top spot as America's #1 beer seller. But we're going to find out it's all too little too late, the bleeding isn't going to stop, and the worst is yet to come. The CEO of Anheuser-Busch, the company that manufactures Bud Light, is officially waving the white flag. He's surrendered to patriots across the nation who've had it with woke corporations pushing their moral filth down our throats. Brendan Whitworth, CEO of Anheuser-Busch, issued a statement late last week fully acknowledging the disastrous impact the Dylan Mulvaney trans campaign has had on the beer brand, on their business partners and distributors, and on their employees. The statement reads, quote, "We recognize that over the last 2 months, the discussion surrounding our company and Bud Light has moved away from beer." Yeah, you think so? I wonder why. The discussion surrounding Bud Light has moved away from beer, and this has impacted our consumers, our business partners, and our employees. We are a beer company, and beer is for everyone. Today, we are announcing 3 important actions as we continue to move our business forward. First, we're investing to protect the jobs of our frontline employees. Second, we are providing financial assistance to our independent wholesalers to help them support their employees. Third, to all our valued consumers, we hear you. Our summer advertising launches next week, and you can look forward to Bud Light reinforcing what you've always loved about our brand. That's easy to drink and easy to enjoy. In other words, dear God, we're imploding. We actually need to subsidize our distributors because no one is buying our beer anymore. Now, of course, moves like this suggest that they keep thinking this massive boycott is temporary. They just have to weather this storm and wait for it to subside. But thus far, there's simply no indicator that the boycott is ending anytime soon. You may have heard that Bud Light has officially been dethroned as the #1 selling beer in America. It's a title that Bud Light has held for the last 2 decades. It's long been regarded as America's best-selling beer, but now, thanks to the woke marketing campaign featuring trans activist Dylan Mulvaney, now Bud Light has been officially knocked off from that #1 spot, which is now occupied by Modelo. As of last week, Bud Light sales were down by a whopping 27% compared to the same week last year. Analysts are noting that the implosion in sales is not only affecting Bud Light, but also other brands in the Anheuser-Busch portfolio, including Budweiser and Michelob Ultra. This is sales for Bud Light's competitors, such as Coors Light and Miller Lite, both owned by Molson Coors. They've witnessed a stunning surge, an increase in sales at Bud Light's expense. So we're seeing a combination here of boycotts and boycotts, right? So boycotts refuse to buy from companies offending our values, while boycotts are deliberate purchases from companies that defend or at the very least refrain from offending our values. That's what we're seeing with Modelo. Modelo experienced actually a remarkable 15% increase in sales, which bumped Bud Light off the top spot. So there's no evidence from what I can see that this is just a temporary setback for Bud Light. This looks to be the new norm, especially in the absence of the CEO's apology. You'll notice in that statement, that white flag, that once again the execs over at Anheuser-Busch have yet to apologize for promoting radical trans activism to their customers. They're acknowledging that their customers didn't like it. We get it. We hear you. They're in fact begging their customers to come back, but they have thus far refused to apologize for pushing radical woke leftist trans activism down the throats of their customers. And until then, I think things are just going to get worse for Bud Light. And in fact, if you can believe it, it already looks like it has. This is going to blow you away. But first, gang, did you know that the latest data from the American Heart Association indicates that adults with fatty liver are 3.5 times more likely to have heart failure than those without? And did you know that according to the American Liver Foundation, as many as 100 million Americans have fatty liver? Gang, that's you, that's me. We can't save America if we don't take care of ourselves. Our livers are our body's master detoxifier. But after decades of wear and tear, our livers slow down and become sluggish. I mean, this is why so many of us struggle with weight gain and feeling tired all the time. But gang, fortunately, there's a simple, all-natural solution. Liver Health Formula contains 12 powerful botanicals clinically proven to recharge and protect your liver at the cellular level. It helps restore your liver's detoxifying abilities. It boosts your energy levels, and it works remarkably well to fight that horribly fatty liver. Liver Health Formula is backed by proven science and approved by America's doctors. And the best part, gang, is every bottle is manufactured right here in the good old US of A. And if you click on that link below right now, you could try Liver Health Formula completely risk-free and receive 5 free gifts when you order today. So don't wait. Click on that link below or go to getliverhelp.com/Turley right now to claim your risk-free supply of Liver Health Formula and all 5 bonus gifts. That's getliverhelp.com/Turley. It's being widely reported that bartenders are now complaining that no one wants Bud Light anymore at private events. The Daily Mail recently conducted a number of interviews with bartenders who, of course, play a crucial role as the point of sale in the Bud Light distribution chain. And according to these bartenders, nobody wants Bud Light anymore, especially for their private events. Instead, customers who previously enjoyed Bud Light, their events, they're now seeking alternatives. As we just saw, Coors Light, Miller Lite, right? Modelo, craft beers, cocktails, premium spirits. And here's the key. The bartenders that the Daily Mail interviewed all said that there's no way Bud Light rebounds from this without acknowledging precisely how much they offended the values of their customers. Until then, Bud Light has become synonymous with woke leftism, and as long as the brand is tainted with that perception, it is never going to recover. Now, we know why, and that's because we're increasingly living in an era of what scholars call consumer politics, right? Scholars have long noticed that as companies get increasingly woke, consumers are increasingly voting with their wallets, taking their business elsewhere to companies that are far more consistent with their values. Now, we saw this happening originally with President Trump back in 2021 when he got banned from Twitter and Facebook, as well as the banning of Parler from AWS and Apple App Store and Google Play Store, and the whole wider banning of prominent conservatives from Shopify and PayPal and the like. That was the catalyst for a massive exodus of users away from traditional big tech and a slew of investors pumping money into new tech like Rumble and Truth Social, with an entire parallel economy emerging around it. So those are your two dynamics that are operative here. The rise of parallel economies, a red state economy, blue state economy, that's being fueled, secondly, by consumer politics that deliberately boycotts and boycotts in accordance with our economic and political values. That's the particular kind of economy that we're more and more living in today. An economy that's increasingly being driven by consumer politics. And as long as Bud Light refuses to apologize for and completely denounce their trans activist marketing campaign, they're going to be seen by the majority of their once loyal customers as on the wrong side, the dark side of the economy, which means these boycotts may just be getting started. Hey gang, I know what it's like to feel alone out there in these turbulent times, but I broke free. If you too have been looking for a community with like-minded patriots who are serious about resisting globalism, building a parallel economy, and having intelligent and deep fellowship on a regular basis, then you've come to the right place. In my Courageous Patriot Insiders community, we're building a close-knit movement of, by, and for patriots who are breaking free from the outrage and despair cycles of the mainstream media and taking on the fight against globalism. Every week, I deep dive into the content I can't share on big tech and give you the cliff notes on the truth of how patriots just like you are building up their communities, starting patriot businesses, and fighting the woke in both public and private. All with a few history and political lessons from yours truly, of course. If you want to stop feeling alone as a patriot and stand together with this fast-growing community, be sure to click on the link in the description below. Don't wait. Join me and my Patriot Coalition today, and let's get fighting.